Peugeot back on it again. Tkachuk causing all kinds of traffic in front.
Puck, that's exactly where Tkachuk has to be, and Chabot lays it on it, and I think it goes off Tkachuk and into the net. He'll get his second of the season.
Got away from the intended target, Borowiecki. Dylan Gambrell back it away. He is crunched by Tkachuk.
With a purpose, and right here, Tkachuk comes across, and he really lays it hard.
Mikhail Bodker works off the board, sends it back in front. Tkachuk, back pass, score! Ron Hainsey, what a play by Brady Tkachuk.
Not much of a chance for Georgiev. There's a beautiful pass.
Bump back to Riley. Batherson a little more room. Fires it down in front. Scores! What a beautiful goal. Tkachuk with the redirect pass. And Tyler Ennis.
A nice little touch play by Brady Tkachuk. Right at the top of the umbrella. He gets available. Now watch that. Right there. Between the legs. Subban's laid on the back door.
Looking backhand to the slot. Here's Tkachuk. Fires and scores! We're tied once again. Thanks to Brady Tkachuk.
Lots of patience, holds on to the puck, and just a simple backhand towards the net. Hits Norris in the high slot, and a fortunate bounce to Tkachuk. And I think this is one that Hellebuck would like back, as it's just a spinning shot right through the 5-hole.
Trying to drop it back, but Norris knocked that away. Tkachuk flips it ahead for Dadonov. In comes Dadonov. Backhand shot, scores!
What a play here by Brady Tkachuk. Just to chip it to space. Larson tries to hook him, and at the last second, it's a little short hop that goes top shelf.
Trying to steal, and he does. Nichushkin leaves it for McKinnon. A pass across. Brady Tkachuk got there, and now he's off to the races. Brady Tkachuk, breakaway shoots, scores! Brady Tkachuk!
Through the seam, when everyone's at the net. If you miss this pass, there's nobody there to back you up. You're giving it to the defenseman. And Tkachuk has a three-quarter of the ice skate. But think about what he's going to do when he gets there.
Zub to center. Tierney. Off behind the Edmonton defense. Big, thunderous hit by Tkachuk on Chris Russell.
Big hit by Brady Tkachuk here to set the forecheck in motion. Boom. He catches Russell.
Brandstrom brings it back across to Stützle. To Brandstrom. To Norris. Norris shoots, deflected, score! Brady Tkachuk bats it in.
The crossbar. It's close.
That's the point of reference. And, ooh, that's close.
I think it's good. It's close. I agree.
The officials are looking at it.
There's a better angle here.
See, here's one of those ones where...
Of the third period, Sanderson tries to center it. Tkachuk gets a stick on it. Trocheck can't knock it out. Bouncing puck at the line. Held by Chabot. Shoots, scores! Brady Tkachuk with the tip. His 100th goal in his 300th game. And it's a Gordie Howe hat trick to tie it.
Down out of midair, and guess who tips it in? Brady Tkachuk.
Artemi Panarin holds, waits, feeds across the Fox, in! Stripped there by
Plenty of time.
Lead pass for Tkachuk. In comes Brady Tkachuk. Racing back is Panarin. Tkachuk in, scores! Brady Tkachuk does it in overtime. A statement game from Ottawa's captain. He wins it for the Senators.
Brady Tkachuk after that, as Adam Fox goes to one move too many. For Brady, I'm thinking he's not going to get there. Panarin on the chase. But once he gets leverage, he gets that big caboose in front of the poke check. Get me out of here.
For Chabot, out for Stützle. He'll carry it to center. Into the Penguin zone. Left it. Tkachuk for the shot. Scores!
And then lose the puck. And look out, he's the only one back. Tkachuk with Stützle going to the net. Stützle scores!
The first point for Jacob Chychrun. He turns this puck over, nice little backhand saucer to Tkachuk. He saucers it over to Stützle, and the way Stützle handles that saucer, he knocks it down, Gaudreau turns it over. This one to Stützle, he kind of deadens it, and so he can get it back to his forehand.
And sent around and sat down for Sanderson. Up ahead to Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk wants the net, backhander, scores!
The goaltender, but it's a set play. Jake Sanderson Tkachuk stretches, spins around, and then it's lean in, use your size, your length, and your speed, and then open the goaltender up as you change your angle.
In Tkachuk and Stützle. As Giroux sent that through. Now Stützle, wet the side of the goal. Tkachuk scores!
Gets that puck turned over. It eventually gets to the net. And the captain does a great job showing poise. Forehand doesn't work. I'll go to the backhand. Thank you very much.
Back around to Giroux. Up the center ice. Tkachuk tipped that ahead for Stützle. Winding it is Tim Stützle. Lost an edge. Feeds it back and forth. Tkachuk scores! What a feed by Stützle, and Tkachuk's got his second.
It's the breakhead who gets a stick in on Stützle. But Ben Chiarot, it's such a slow play. I don't think he expected it to come. You gotta put a skate on that. You gotta put a stick on that. You can't just let it roll right through.
Brandstrom to pinch, and then Norris covers for him.
Here's Tkachuk, and he scores! Right off the draw, the Senators' captain has tied this game at 3 apiece.
Watch the pace. He's going to turn all the way around there, create this lane. That opens up space on that far side where he goes. He uses his long reach. Watch the net. Uses that, opens that far side.
The ability to be able to connect his feet and his hands while going at that speed is unbelievable. He just does some incredible things.
Here's a wraparound. Tkachuk scores, and just like that, the Senators have regained the lead. A power move from behind the net by Brady Tkachuk.
I think has in his mind that he's going to shoot this one. Watch him turn, swoop, get it in front, and he gets a lot on it. He gets a whole bunch on it. Now, Dubois is there, and Dubois is behind the play all the way. The initial step by Tkachuk put Dubois in a bad position, so Dubois loses his man right there.
Roll his wrist and get it to the net. And bobbled on it.
Lead pass to Pinto with Tkachuk. Here comes Tkachuk. He scores! Brady Tkachuk! The overtime winner is his hat-trick goal. And the Ottawa Senators come back again and win it 4-3.
And what a pass by Shea. And Stützle's going to kick it wide, and then look at that pass by Pinto to get it through a seam.
Dumps it off back of the goal. It's work free as Dawson Mercer will knock it out. And a big hit by Brady Tkachuk, knocking Dawson Mercer into the double bench.
Battling in front with ball, and then he releases, comes over, and kabang into the bench.
Shoots. That was blocked by Schneider. Devon puts it back in the corner to Tkachuk. Centers a great chance. They score. Adam Gaudette strikes again, and Ottawa's back within one.
Look at him. He takes a peek and a rocket to the back door to Gaudette. Gaudette's available and ready for it, and he puts it underneath the bar.
As of last week, he'd not scored since February of 2020.
Brad Marchand in over the line. Marchand waiting. Elias Lindholm, great save, Allmark. There's the first shot. Ottawa back the other way. It's a track meet. Tkachuk waiting, shoots, scores! Brady Tkachuk, overtime winner, and Ottawa takes it 3-2.
To Norris to go over, and he doesn't see it. He keeps coming, and that gives the opportunity for the Bruins. And then Tkachuk comes back the other way. He has Norris going to the net. He decides to keep it himself.
Starting it off now, a pass over to Brady Tkachuk. 2-on-1 developing. Tkachuk waits, keeps, shoots, scores! Brady Tkachuk, the overtime winner, and the Senators have won 3 in a row for the first time this season.
The other way, Nazem Kadri in overtime to center on the backhand. Allmark makes the stop. Hero setting it up at the other end, gives a 2-on-1 chance for Ottawa. Stützle waits, shot, left save, rebound, Tkachuk, he scores! 10th in overtime on the career for Brady Tkachuk, and the Sens will win it in overtime in Calgary.
The right skate. Here's what Huberdeau was upset about. He thought there was a high stick. But what a heads-up play by Linus Ullmark to Stützle. The shot, and then the rebound on the back door. Now, it hits the right skate of Tkachuk, but he bats it out of the air.
Carlo trying to work it up for Marchand. Lettieri goes after it. Then Lettieri is knocked into the Boston bench by Brady Tkachuk. have a seat, Vinny. He's just going to step.
Pretty good hit here on Lettieri by Tkachuk, and notice how he even made sure he got a shoulder to shoulder.
Eichel, a good physical play on Stützle. The Panthers unable to clear the zone. Put out in front. Brady Tkachuk scores. And Ottawa's got the 1-0 lead.
Watch here, Barkov. He decides to try and go back in front of the net to Kulikov. Giroux keeps it in a desperation move, and then the Ottawa Senators go cross ice. Here's Brady Tkachuk, and he somehow just squeaks it through.
Well, now you got to pass. It's something you don't do well. Up and down the ice, that's not the Finns game.
Eichel to Tkachuk. Score! Second of the game for Brady Tkachuk. Team USA has blown this game open.
The Americans are ripping them apart in the middle of the ice. The transition starts. Matthew Tkachuk gets it to Eichel. Eichel goes across.
Hughes sent it through Brady Tkachuk. And now Doughty, he got slammed into the wall by Brady Tkachuk. And back on it, Taves. Now a wraparound by Matthews, and they score! Brady Tkachuk knocked it home!
Net. This puck comes all the way to the front as Matthews is trying to wrap this. It goes right between Taves' feet. And Brady Tkachuk, as he always does, is around the crease, and he just jams this to the net. It chips up over Binnington.
From Austin Matthews at 16:52, McKinnon scored first. And a big hit by Tkachuk, who lost his stick. Kreider has played only 9 shifts, fewest of any player dressed for Team USA tonight. But as Ray said, maybe he'll be more involved if Tkachuk can't go. Another big blast by Brady Tkachuk into Drew Doughty. Failed out of play.
This has to be so uncomfortable. Doughty, who for the second time in this tournament gets wallpapered by Brady Tkachuk.
This is Ottawa's 14th overtime game. Stützle with the takeaway. Finds the open man. Score! Brady Tkachuk. Ottawa wins.
Poor pass by Keandre Miller, and it was behind JT Miller, who had to try and stop and go back and retrieve it, but Stützle got there first.
The corner has the goal for Ottawa in this period. Zetterlund for Tkachuk, hit hard by Struble. Struble battles in front. Zub score! What a feed! Tkachuk to Artem Zub all alone, and he buries it. 2-1 Ottawa.
He's not. He sneaks into the slot and sneaks past his coverage. First it's Zach Balduke. He doesn't see him. So then Cole Caulfield standing there, but that's not Caulfield's responsibility. He ends up getting there, but he gets there late. The work by Brady Tkachuk.
Snappy pass finding Stützle. He's in with Tkachuk. There's Tkachuk. He scores! Hey, hey! What do you say? Brady Tkachuk, the captain, gets it done.
Sanderson, we talked about him all night. That's a high-level heads-up play. And then Tkachuk on the other side gets it in the wheelhouse, and that's game over.
It was just baited by Sanderson right there, right? He got behind the net, but he stayed. If he wheels the net, it goes down.
Shot from the blue line, stopped. Ridley Gregg quickly to Brady Tkachuk, 2-on-1 for the Senators. Brady Tkachuk keeps shoots, scores! And there's a milestone goal, number 200 in the career of Senators captain Brady Tkachuk.
In the lane, he's a left-hand shot, so Gavrikov, he's got to respect that. And as soon as he moves his stick more towards Cousins, well, that's the opportunity to let it rip, and he beats quick.
Cousins for Tkachuk, banks in a race for now. Ridley Gregg getting in behind Keandre Miller. In comes Gregg, works in, shovels up towards the goal, rebound, score! Brady Tkachuk pulls it up, and Ottawa's up by 3.
Play, drive, protect, get it there. Freddie Anderson misses with his stick. Brady works to get to the puck, and
they'll bring it back in. Tkachuk, here he comes. Big hit on Stahl. Stamkos trying to get it in front. Or on Hall, excuse me. Hall gets his helmet back. Chatfield hit by Tkachuk. He's a wrecking ball now.
That everyone's been waiting for. Hall sees him at the last minute, and he ducks. And remember, he's public enemy number 1 here in Ottawa, and then Tkachuk comes across and just finishes Chatfield. These are both clean hits. Good, solid, clean hits.